Good morning, children. Let us begin with Standard 4 English Grammar, Unit 21, Part 1 of Comprehension. So, dear children, what is a comprehension? A comprehension is a short passage or a few lines about giving us an information about something. So, what have we to do in a comprehension is first we need to read the passage properly once or twice and try to understand that what the passage is trying to tell us. And then after the passage is over, few question answers, blanks, true and false are given, and those answers we need to search in the passage itself. So, this is an example that we are doing. So, first passage, let us read properly. What do you do when you are thirsty? You simply go to the kitchen and fill a glass of water for yourself. What do animals do when they are thirsty? They go to the lakes or other places where water can be found. Long ago, man lived near lakes and rivers and built his house near water. But as population, trade, industry grew, man made cities. At times, these cities were far from water sources. So, water had to be taken to these cities. How is that done? So, what does this first paragraph try to tell us? It is telling us about water. So, it tells that when you are thirsty, you drink a glass of water. When animals also feel thirsty, birds, animals, so they search for water and they go and drink water from the place from where they are getting water. Where they can see water, they go and drink water. They find some lake or ponds or somewhere so they can drink water from there. Now, in earlier times, man needed water and they used to live from where they used to get water. For example, lakes and ponds and rivers. They used to live near those sources from where they are getting water. But as days passed, the population started increasing. So the people had to go away from these sources to make huge cities, to make buildings and to stay in those cities because population was increasing day by day. So now as the population was increasing, people needed more and more water. So the water which had become very far away from the cities had to be brought into the cities. So how was that water brought to the cities? Water from mountain lakes is the purest and the cleanest and the best tasting. Many cities get water from such lakes. Uphill or downhill, the water may flow for hundreds of miles through giant pipes from the lake to the cities. Now, the purest form of water that we get is the water which comes from up the mountains, which flow into the rivers. Now, this water had to be brought into the cities. So, all the river water was brought into the cities through giant pipes, the pipes which are under the ground. Through those pipes, water is brought into the cities. Other cities pump water from deep underground, but many cities must take water from a dirty river or lake. This water must be cleaned before it can be used. These cities build filtration plants. The filtration plants look like factories and are as busy as factories. They are filled with machines that strain dirt and germs from water. So now, as the cities had gone far away from these sources of water, that is rivers and lakes, the water had to be carried into the cities. So it was easy to carry these waters sometimes from the huge pipes, and sometimes it used to be very difficult. So certain cities, what they used to do, they used to pump out the underground water. So the underground water was pumped out through big machines, using big machines. And many cities, which was it was difficult for them to get the river water and pump out water, they used to use the dirty water sometimes of the lakes and rivers. The water used to be dirty, so we cannot use this dirty water. So before using this dirty water, it has to be cleaned. The main method of cleaning is boiling, or the huge factories were made. Factories, these factories are called the filtration plants. It is not that we grow in a pot, it is a huge factory. So it is called a filtration plant, means the place where water is cleaned. So before the water was sent into the pipes, the dirty water of the river and lakes, they are taken to these factories, and the water is cleaned in these factories. So huge machines do this work of cleaning and filtering. Strain means to clean. So to filter. So the machines used to strain and clean all the dirty water, and then it was passed through huge pipes under the ground, and these machines used to strain out all the germs and all the dirt from the water. And finally, the clean water used to be sent into the cities. It is hard work to give clean water to a city, but we have to do it. Without water, we cannot have a city. Next time you take a shower, think about the journey of the water from its source. So now this sending of dirty water, first cleaning it in the factories, in this filtration plants, is a very difficult process. So, and then that water is sent. So, what does this passage try to tell us? That water is very essential for everyone. Everyone means every human being, whether it is a human being or an animal or an bird. So, we should use water very resourcefully. So the writer is saying that when you take a shower, you just think that how you are getting this water into your homes. That long journey from where this water has reached into your home. So we should use water very thoughtfully. Do not waste water, because water is very precious, and we need water for each and every single thing that we do in our life. We just read the passage, and now there are fill in the blanks which we need to find the words from the passage itself. So, your first one is all living things need water to live. The second, long ago, man lived near lakes and rivers. Third, the water must be clean before it can be used. Your second question is that you need to tick the right answer. Options are given to us and we need to choose. The first one, we get purest and cleanest water from rivers, wells, or mountain lakes. Your third option is right, that is mountain lakes. The second one, water is brought to the cities through. The first option is dirty river or lake. Second, deep underground. Or your third, both first and second. So your third option is right. Both the answers, dirty river or lake and deep underground, both the answers are right. So your option C is right, your third option. Your third one is the factories in the cities remove dash from the water. They remove dirt, The second one option is dirt and germs, and your third option is germs. So your second option is right, that they remove both dirt and germs. Now your third question is you have to write true or false. Your first one is cities were made when man grew more civilized. More civilized means they started population increase and they started using new technologies. So this statement is true. Second, to clean water, cities made filtration plants. So this statement is also true. Now your fourth question is, which word in the passage means commerce or business? So that word is trade. Trade means business. So another word of commerce or business can be trade. The second question is, which word in the passage means to filter? That word is strain. Now question 5, you can see that there are few questions and we need to write our own answers. Own answers means we have to find that answer from the passage and then we need to write that answer according to what you have understood. So now let us write these answers. Question 5, the first question is, why are filtration plants compared to factories by the writer? So your answer is, they are compared to factories as they look like factories and are just as busy like factories. I repeat, they are compared to factories as they look like factories and are just as busy like factories. Your fifth question, the second question. When we are taking a shower, the writer wants us to think about the long journey of water. Give 2 reasons. So why is the writer telling us? So your answer is, the 2 reasons are A, water is essential for any kind of life to continue, and B, it is very hard to get clean water. I repeat, the 2 reasons are A, water is essential for any kind of life to continue. B, it is very hard to get clean water. So these are the reasons that the writer is telling us to think, that long journey of water, how we get that water in our houses and how we waste that water. So always remember that we should save water and use it very resourcefully. Your question 6 is that you need to suggest a title for this passage. So we need to give a very good title for this passage, and it can be anything that you think it can be suitable on water. So your answer is, a suitable title for this passage is Water Our Life. So this answer can also vary, but any words you can write about water, and it should be only in 1 or 2 words. The title cannot be too long. It should be very short in 2 or 3 words. So dear children, I hope you have understood this passage 1. So your homework is that you need to complete these blanks and all those 1 words in your textbook. And the question answers, the 2 answers, you can write it on a piece of paper and keep it in your textbooks itself. So thank you and have a nice day.